Hello and welcome to New Mexico Football Friday. Time to get the highlights, time to get right in. On the show tonight, how about skylights? Bob Martin firing up the helicopter, and he took Jeremy Felipe with him. Check out a little skylights action. Game of the week, Lawrence Gilligan is here, and he can't wait to tell you what happened there. And of course, the Spirit Stick, where we had another big showing on the Volts, and always the highlights. Hobbs Eagles at the Cleveland Storm. Cleveland kicking off. And Alex Smith there to receive it for Hobbs. And Alex, what you gonna do, Alex? I'm going down. Cleveland playing some good coverage. Then Keon Hami looking, finding Marcus Williams. And that's how you do it, big guy. Into the end zone for the touchdown, about 50 yards. 7-0 Storm. Eagles gonna answer back. Colin Zimbus calling his own number, getting it to the end zone, making the game interesting, but Colin decides next play he's going to do something different. He's going to go to the air. Colin, maybe not a good idea because Gabe Ortega says, I got this. Yep, setting up the Cleveland Storm. Cleveland Storm goes on to defend the home turf and win it, 52-12. Ruidoso Warriors at Centennial. Sounds kind of quiet there, huh? We start Ruidoso 14-7 in the second. And Parker Johnson returning the Centennial punt. And Parker, coach's kid, you know what he's got in mind. He's into the end zone. Ruidoso up 20-7. Then more second quarter action. Centennial faking the field goal. Parker Johnson doing something again. Had an injury right before the third quarter. Player Grant Weaver was hurt and left the game on a stretcher. Never a good time. But Parker Johnson getting into the end zone as we were talking about the injury thing going on. Ruidoso wins this one by 1, 21-20. Centennial actually wins this game by 1, 21-20. Clovis Wildcats come to town with the state's leading rusher in tow. The question is, could they get past the Sandia Matadors team, currently on a 4-game winning streak? But for that answer, we have to go to the man they call LG, Lawrence Gilligan. Lawrence, what up?
Thanks, man. I think you're probably the only one that calls me that these days. Anyway, all right. Before we get to the game of the week, here's a look at the BIOS keys to the game for both teams. Here's a look at the keys for Clovis. The offense needs to try and move the chains against a very tough Matadors defense who handed the Cleveland Storm their first loss of the season last week. Second, stop the run on defense and force turnovers. Making a big play on defense may be the key for a win for the Wildcats. Meanwhile, for Sandia, stop the state's leading rusher, Kamal Cass. Cass has rushed for over 1,400 yards so far this season. Also, will score a lot of points. The Wildcats have scored at least 60 points in 2 games this year. All right, well, Clovis in town looking to get back to 500. Sandia eyeing a 5th straight win. First quarter, Sandia draws blood first. Matadors head coach Kevin Barker uses all running plays to do it. Ben Hamrick scores at 7-0. Sandia pumped, but they want a little bit more.
Let's go!
All right, Cats knotted up at 7 until late in the second quarter. On 2nd and 14 on the 22, Tim Barreras looking for Wesley Duggar. Duggar can make the play, but pass interference is called, and Sandia takes advantage. Marcus Quintana plunges in for the score. Matadors lead 14-7 with 3 minutes to play until Clovis puts up 2 touchdowns at the end of the half. With just a minute to play, the Cats tie this one up. It's Kamal Cass with the carry. Cass gets to the outside and cuts it back up and in for the score. Sandia would get the ball back, tied at 14 with under 45 seconds to play. Matadors try to retake the lead. Instead, Barreras is picked off. Peyton Lott is there for the interception, and check out Lott weaving in and out of traffic for a pick 6 48 yards later. Clovis leads 21-17 at the half. We caught up with Coach Barker. Here's what he had to say.
I should have probably ran it a couple times. We've really been running the ball well against them and then took the shot. Instead, I came out and tried to take it. We were going to go our hurry-up stuff and just didn't work. I think we just need to continue to control the tempo on offense, not make mistakes. You know, throwing the interception, the pick 6 was huge. I think we've contained number 20 quite well through the first half.
All right, well, Van, it didn't end well for Sandia. Final score of this one, Clovis 42, Sandia 24. The Wildcats are now back to 4-4 on the season as they snap the Matadors' 4-game win streak along the way. Van?
All right, man. Sounds like you had a good one there.
Absolutely, not too bad. Back and forth.
Yeah. Well, they start the night having lost 2 straight games. 1A District 5A clash. The Atrisco Heritage Jaguars facing another district foe. This one winless. The Rio Grande Ravens 0-6 and trying to avoid a 7th straight loss. And pretty quickly, this one would turn into a tough game for the Ravens. About 5 minutes in, deep in Raven territory, about the 5-yard line. Jaguars quarterback Aaron Bean sees a huge hole, makes a breakdown on the field. On the option, he's gone. Bean, all the way about a 90-yard touchdown for the Jags. They would fail on the 2-point conversion, making it 6-0. Atrisco Cheerleaders says, we like it, we love it. Yeah, you all keep singing now. Next point's coming in the second quarter. First play, once again, Aaron Bean making it happen, faking the handoff, fakes the cameraman too, and he takes it once again all the way to the house. The Jaguars dominated this game tonight, taking out the Ravens. 23-0 is the final. On the high school scoreboard, how about that? Los Cruces all over Alamogordo. No love for the Tigers there. Roswell better than Portales, 38-21. Also a score that you don't see on there. Carlsbad roughing up La Cueva, 12-0.
Here comes the St. Pius, the 10th Spartans.
Piedra Vista at St. Pius in first quarter. Running back Bo Clefton receiving the toss. Clefton takes care of the rest, going 40 yards for the score. Nobody would catch him. 7-0 in the first. More from Piedra Vista. Cheerleaders watching this. Second quarter, Isaiah Valdez running the option. Decides to pitch to Clafton. Clafton going the distance once again. Clafton is one-man wrecking crew tonight. Why? Because he did it again. This time, Valdez hits him in the flats. And Clafton finds the end zone once again. What did that guy have for breakfast? I want some. Piedra Vista rolling Pius, 50-6. We need to take a break. More Football Friday is on the way. The Hornets of Highland already proved they have more spirit this week. Is it enough to tame the Mustangs of West Mesa? And Bob Martin and Matt Romo, the big moon. That means they had big ups, skylights when we come back. First, check out our cheerleaders of the week.